You're listening to hashtag No Filter with Zack Peter. That's me, your naturally platinum blonde pop culture connoisseur. I'm the reality TV junkie, self-improvement addict, and host with only the hottest tea spilled fresh weekly. For more hot takes, go and give me a follow at Just Plain Zack, because I always keep it funny and I always keep it cute. And if you want to stay up to date with the latest reality tea, just give us a follow at No Filter with Zack on the Instagram, or you can always join our private Facebook group. The link is in the description below. Today's guest lives a very extravagant life that I've been obsessed with lately. It's full of glitz and glamour and Gucci. She's a working mama with killer fashion and a big heart and a fiance that she finally put a ring on. And I have to say, he needs to send me some of that tequila. Please welcome from Netflix's Bling Empire, Cherie Chan.
Hi, Zach. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Happy birthday, by the way. I heard today was your birthday.
Thank you.
And I heard about this extravagant birthday party you had where your guests left with like gifts from Hermes, right? Am I getting that right?
Actually, it was just a Chinese New Year's small gathering, and Jessey made it like a birthday surprise for me too, which is really sweet of him.
Aw. Well, I don't know who I'm gonna go hit up Kevin so I can make sure I get some invites to these parties in the future, because watching these parties on Bling Empire, they look like so much fun. I feel like I need to get a necklace so that I can get in a fight with Anna. Like, it's just Bling Empire has been my latest obsession, I have to tell you.
That'd be really fun.
Okay, so I have so many questions and some questions that people sent in after watching the show. But before we dive deep, I need you to answer my icebreaker questions. Are you ready?
Sure, I'm ready.
Okay, first question is, where did you grow up and what part of the world are you currently living in right now?
I'm actually born and raised here in LA, and life has been great. I mean, we have great weather, we have great food. I can't complain.
So are you and Jessey, you're both from LA?
Jesse's actually born in Taiwan and raised here in America, and he's pretty Americanized like me, but we still hold our Chinese traditional values.
I love that. So celebrating Lunar New Year, is that a tradition that you guys do every year? Do you
I
normally
grew
have
up,
like a gathering for it?
yeah, actually, my family gathers like all the time, but we don't anymore because of COVID. And Lunar New Year is a huge holiday in my family. Like we get together, we cook, we eat, and the cooking and going out to eat can last for like a month. And we collect red envelopes. I haven't given red envelopes yet. Well, I started giving it when Jador was born, but you only give red envelopes when you're married. So we're not married. We don't give them yet. Until we get married, we'll start giving them. And so I've just been collecting red envelopes.
Oh, I love that.
Giving gifts and food here and there.
So I know you and your mother were really close before she unfortunately passed. My next icebreaker question is, what's one word your mom would use to describe you?
She would definitely say I'm very elegant.
You
Yeah.
definitely are very elegant. Fun fact, what's one thing people would not expect about you based off of what we see on the show?
They probably don't know that I'm a really strict mom.
Really?
I feel bad because I actually yell at Jadora like maybe every day. And sometimes I tell myself, okay, well, don't be so strict on her. She's only 4. And I give her voice lessons and I want her to be perfect. So I'll tell her like, no, not that note. Like, you gotta like, you gotta listen to mommy. Like, you gotta do it perfect. Then she'll start crying and I start crying and I feel like a bad mom, and I tell myself, don't be so strict on her, but I'm really, really strict.
Is that something you learned from your mom? Do you take influence from a lot of how your mom raised you with how you want to raise your kids?
Actually, my mom was such an entrepreneur. She was never really around. She was always working, and I grew up with my nannies. I grew up with my grandma and grandpa, and my grandma is really, really strict with me. Like, I remember back then, because my grandma loves to cook too, so I would always go in the kitchen and help out, and she's like, "No, not that ginkgo nut, the other ginkgo nut." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I mean, that's where I kind of learned about the quality of food. She was very picky about what she had fed us and what the nannies would choose, like what type of bird's nest and what type of abalone. Like it was just crazy. Like I didn't
Yeah.
understand back then when as a child, but now I totally do.
What is your drink of choice?
My drink of choice is just water. I love water.
Do you have any favorite tequila drinks? I know your husband is a tequila entrepreneur.
Definitely Beef Religion tequila. We have the best stuff. 100% organic, the highest altitude for that crispy, flavor, and we have Manuka honey tequila. Very, very delicious. If you love honey, we are the go-to for you.
And I realize I keep referring to Jessey as your husband, but you guys aren't officially married yet, right?
We're not.
Is
Yeah.
there a time frame on when you plan to actually make it official?
Right. We don't have a time frame. We thought we did, but we don't
Yeah.
anymore. It's really hard to plan anything these days. Yeah.
Okay, so my last icebreaker question, which is my favorite to ask all of my guests, if you had to be reincarnated as a Kardashian, which one would it be?
I would love to be Kendall Jenner.
Really?
I love her. She's so beautiful
Yeah.
and tall and just perfect body, in my opinion, for like clothing and fashion. Yeah, I would love to be her. I
So
think if I met her, though, I'd be like, hi. No.
I know she is so tall, and watching them since they had the show for so many years, like watching them grow up from little girls to now grown international supermodels, it's crazy.
I mean, I have to say, I love Kourtney Kardashian too. She's
Oh,
such a
she's
great,
one of my favorites.
yeah, she's such a great mom. She loves furniture, and we actually, well, Jesse has a furniture business, like that's his family thing, and it would be great if one day they collaborated on something.
I know that would be awesome. Do you feel like you're now that you guys are on Bling Empire, do you feel like you could see your life going in like a Kardashian sort of world, or do you think that world is just way too much pressure?
I don't know. I think before Bling and after Bling, I'm still the same person. I don't feel any different. I feel a little bit different in the sense that when I go to the grocery stores, it's not as convenient anymore. But I don't feel that much different. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we are more busy, but I don't know.
Was there any hesitation before joining a reality show? Because I mean, I think when I see a reality show like this, I'm like, oh, this seems like a housewives show that like, an ensemble cast, different lifestyles all kind of coming together and showing our interactions that I would find myself being like, ooh, can I even live up to that pressure? Did you guys like what were those conversations that you and Jesse had prior to joining the show?
We were just ourselves in the show. We didn't feel any pressure. I was no filter, and like your show, no filter. And I didn't feel any pressure at all. The only thing I know, I didn't have much time. I was very busy with my mom, and I was pregnant, and we were worried about time, if anything. Like, I wanted to dedicate every second to take care of my mom. And the crazy thing is, right before we started filming, my mom had passed away. So it gave me time to share that grief. And actually, I am so grateful for the show because it helped me with grief. Yeah.
What has the reception been? Have other people reached out to you that have gone through grief? I just lost my grandmother just like 2, 3 weeks now, and she was like my mother. So I am, I'm going through some of those stages of grief. Have people reached out to you, and have you been able to kind of have those conversations and help people heal through that with being on the show?
During that time, actually, no one knew my mom was sick. Only Jesse knew, obviously, and Kane and Kevin. And I didn't tell anyone. I didn't reach out to anyone. I was very busy, focusing on my mom. I did reach out to a couple of doctor friends that, I felt like maybe they could help me. But that time, I was just like zoned in, mom every day. Like I felt bad because I missed one appointment for Javon, and I felt like I was a bad mom to my baby, and I felt like my mom was almost like my child. I had to take care of her. She couldn't talk. She went through a lot, and I I don't know, like up until this day, like it's been very hard for me still. And I'm a lot of people actually reached out to me after saw Bling Empire, like my fans, my high school friends, and just everyone. And they're like, Cherie, we had no idea you went through that. Like, why didn't you tell me? But why would I call people to tell them,
Right.
hey, my mom is sick? Why would I do that?
Right.
I don't have time for that. I was like zoned in. Like I was dealing with the nurses, the doctors, like every day, a lot of people. And now that with that experience, I am grateful that I can help people because I do get comments like, Cherie, would you share your experience? Like, how can I go through the grief of losing my family member? And I tell them it's not easy. And they say time heals everything, but I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I believe actually your loved ones who pass are always here and you can like feel them. Like I don't know how to explain it, but you
Yeah.
can feel it. And right, you feel it, right? Do you
I
feel
do.
it?
I feel it. I mean, I felt it like even right after she'd passed. I still feel her, or I see little things that feel like messages from her, and it's crazy.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. I'm so sorry that happened to you a few weeks ago.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a crazy time to lose a relative in, 2020, 2021, but, we're all doing the best we can. At the end of the day, we're all survivors and just living life.
Oh, definitely.
How did you meet Kane and Kevin? Because I know they're so close to everybody else on the show and they were kind of like the glue that connected everybody.
Right. I actually met Kane a few years ago. I've known him for a while through a mutual friend, and we clicked immediately. I mean, we love fashion, we love food. I mean, what's there like not to click about, right? And Kevin, I met through Kelly, and Kevin is like such a sweetheart. When you meet him,
Yes.
every time you talk to him, his eyes just tell you everything. Like yes or no. He doesn't even have to say it. This is eyes. Yeah.
No, they're adored. The two of them have the cutest friendship, and it was fun to kind of watch them, go on adventures together or go, hunt down the dad. Like that was all so fun to watch on the show.
They're great people.
Are you close with Anna at all and Christine? And were you team Anna or team Christine in all of their drama this season?
I love Anna and Christine. I'm not a team. I'm maybe both on both teams, but I don't. Yeah, I didn't get involved with their drama. I had no idea they had drama until I watched the show. And yeah, I mean Anna, we get together. We're kind of like Anna's like a mommy figure to me because I don't have a mom now, and she's very motherly. She'll like she's Anna, right? She's just very very motherly. People don't know that, but she's great to Jador. Jador adores her. Then when I get with Christine, she's like my sister. Like Baby G and Jador, they have like play dates. Like it's just different vibe. Yeah.
Anna is so fun to watch, I have to say. I was like cringing for her when there was the whole penis pump scene with Guy and Kim.
I didn't even know that. I was like, wait, Anna, what have you been doing? I'm kidding.
How did you feel about Kim? I feel like they made Kim out to be a bit of the villain on the show this season.
I don't think Kim was the villain. I think she was being herself.
Yeah.
Like, she probably had to go to the restroom. I don't know. I don't know. Right? She probably had to, go to the restroom, check her makeup, her hair. It wasn't about the penis pump. Yeah.
What's the reception been? Have you talked to the other cast members about obviously your social media is growing, you're doing a lot more interviews, your lifestyle is changing a bit. What has everybody else kind of been saying about the reception from the show? Are you guys even looking forward to a second season?
I think we don't know about season 2 yet, but we are definitely feeling a lot of love and a lot of attention, and we're all grateful for it, but we're pretty tired. Yeah, we were like, oh, we need some beauty rest, but we're grateful for it.
Would you do a second season if they approached you?
Jessey and I talked about it. We were thinking we might not do it or we might do it. We're not sure yet because he's very busy at work, and me, I'm busy with two little babies. So yeah, they need my attention.
I feel like you have to do it because now we need to see the wedding. We saw everything leading up to the proposal, and then we saw the proposal in the finale, and now I'm like, now we need the wedding, Cherie.
I know. Hopefully, we'll have a big or small intimate wedding. I don't know yet.
So It looks like a lot of people have been comparing Bling Empire to Crazy Rich Asians, and they're saying that this is like a reality version of Crazy Rich Asians. Do you like that comparison, and how do you feel like the Asian culture was represented on the show?
Crazy Rich Asians is actually one of my favorite movies. I think I watched it like 10 times in the airplane. Like that is my go-to movie. It makes me feel happy and and great after I watch it. And for our show to be compared to that movie is such an honor to me. And how we're represented on TV, I think we're doing a great job. I mean, we're just all being ourselves on TV, and I don't think anything bad of it. I think we're doing a great job.
Do you feel like the representation is accurate to Asian culture? Because I know even when the Kardashians first came out, I know there were a lot of Armenians that say that they didn't represent the Armenian culture, in the right way. Do you feel like, it really showcased different perspectives in the Asian cultures?
I think our show, we're very lucky to have multiple Asian cultures on there, and for us to, show everything that we have. And I don't think, I mean, I think we have a lot more to show. There's so much more about our cultures that the viewers might or might not know yet. So they'll just have to wait and see, in my opinion.
What would you like to show within your own life should you and Jessey decide to come back for another season or future seasons? What do you feel like was underrepresented in season 1 that you would like to show more of in the future?
Show how hard, how diligent Jesse and I are with business. And I think they need to show that, especially Jesse's working all the time. And they did show that I was with my children all the time, which is true. I'm with them all the time. And yeah, they didn't really show me cooking. I mean, I love to cook and I get like down and dirty in the kitchen. Like my nanny will wake up and be like, "What were you cooking last night? Why is there like 10 pots and pans?" Like she doesn't, well, she knows that, but with her, she's like good, right? She'll use like literally one pot to cook everything. Like she'll make like 10 dishes in one pot, but me, I use like 10 pots and 10 dishes. And she'll be like, "Okay, that's because you don't have to clean."
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for her. I'm like, "Thank you for cleaning. Thank you."
I'm the same way. If I'm cooking and I don't have to clean, then I'm gonna unintentionally just be like, "Oh, well, I need this too, and I need that too." It's fine.
I need to be more considerate of her cleaning. Definitely.
Um, so I have Karen on Facebook who wants to know. She said, so good to see that you proposed to Jessey. How was the response from your families, and are they looking forward to a wedding?"
My family are definitely looking forward to me getting married ASAP.
Were they
Like,
surprised, or even because it's not traditional for it's not traditional for you to be
Jesse was the one who popped the question, but it was me. And they're like, "Wait, Cherie, what are you doing?" But the younger generation, they're like, "Oh, go, Cherie. We didn't expect that." That was like, so exciting. My cousin was like jumping out of her seat. She's really close to me. And then my older family members like, "Wait, what? Why did she do that?" So it was just a mixed feeling. Yeah.
but they're looking forward to actually seeing the two of you tie the knot.
Yeah, they want to be there.
And are
Especially my mom. Yeah,
mm,
she'll be
or
there.
she will definitely be there. Yes, she will, and she'll be with tears coming down her eyes with how proud she's going to be of you. Are
Hopefully.
are there more kids in the future for you guys?
I honestly, I don't mind having another little girl, but I don't think we can handle it. We just can't. They're really young and they take up so much time. And the love that you have for your children, like that is, takes up a lot of space in the heart and your life, actually. And I don't know if we can handle another baby. Yeah.
Well, you have
Because,
two, and it's a nice little balance that you have within the family right now. You're what, a set of four?
yeah, I'm glad I had a baby boy because I'm done. Really, I'm done.
And I remember on the show you talked about how you believe in reincarnation and how you thought, your baby could be a reincarnated version of your mother, or that there were, elements of her in him.
Right.
Do you still believe in that?
There are moments I feel that Javon might be my mom, and then there are times I'm just like, no, he is not my mom. Like, because I feel her there,
Yeah.
watching over Javon and I and Angelor, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she did or didn't reincarnate to him. I have to
Is
do that.
is how are you keeping her memory alive for them? Because I know even with our family, with losing my grandmother, we're like, trying to show all the kids that, knew her videos and photos to keep that memory alive. How are you, honoring her in that way with them?
Talk about my mom every day, like me and
Hmm.
my daughter and I, and she always talks about Popo, like Popo. Oh, Popo likes his hair, right? Like if we go to Vegas, she's like, oh, Popo loves Vegas. Like, yeah, remember, mommy, I was there with Popo. She has good memory. Thank God for that. And then we're eating like some Chinese thing. She's like, oh, Popo loves this too. Like,
Aw,
so grateful for her because I mean, Tyler Henry was right. Like, she has a great connection to my mom, and she will keep us all connected. Um,
that's awesome. Karen on Facebook also wants to know if you think that you'll ever go back to singing.
I might. We're talking about it.
I
I'm
mean, now
trying.
you have Netflix exposure. You got to take advantage of it.
Well, we're trying to make time for it. I mean, my children are number one to me, and because when you do music, you do like anything art related, you have to give it your all.
Right.
Otherwise, don't do it. So I feel like right now with me being so busy with my kids, I don't know how to give it my all, but I'm trying to figure it out to give it my all too. Yeah,
All in time. It's a work life balance is a work in progress.
right. It really is. Oh my gosh.
Are you still close to everybody on the cast, or is there anybody you've kind of lost a little touch with?
Oh, we talk to everyone every day.
Yeah. Well, they were just at your Lunar New Year birthday party, right?
Yeah, everyone was supposed to come, but Kim had work. Jamie and Anna they couldn't make it, unfortunately. But I wanted them to be there. And yeah, but I spoke to Jamie and she's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm okay. Because she's the baby of our show, right?
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Do you feel a little motherly towards some of the younger cast members?
Maybe only towards Jamie. That's it. Yeah, no one else. I feel like Anna's my mommy.
I feel like Anna is the mommy of the group. She kind of takes care of everybody.
Yeah, she does.
That's why seeing her, I love watching her scenes with like Christine because they just have like this love. You can tell that there's like this underlying love, but they also have like that little bit of tension that's just kind of fun to watch.
I didn't even know that. To
So
watch
you've
show.
never even seen it like with their interactions in person?
I didn't. Yeah. I was like really pregnant and all about my mom. Yeah.
Um, was there any hesitancy in terms of because I feel like when we watch shows like Real Housewives, like a lot of them put on this they kind of up their lifestyle for the show, but I think when watching Bling Empire, like we can just see that like there's no faking it. Like these are just your actual lives, and the affluence and the wealth is not faked at all. Like it's really genuine, and I think a lot of people are afraid of putting their lives out there on camera. Was there any worry about hurting your businesses or any of your families and kind of having some backlash with any of those things?
Yeah, actually, my family and Jess's family, they're very private with their work, and
Yeah.
they work really hard to establish their business, and they are very private about it. Like they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about how much they have. They're very humble
Right.
people. Um, so they were kind of like a little bit shocked that it was mentioned on the show, but I mean, because of them, we're very lucky, right? But even then, Jessey and I are working on our own things. Like Jessey has an IT company, Tech, and that is his baby. Like he works so hard on it every day. Then we have Religion Tequila, who is another hobby for us, and we are pushing it. We're definitely pushing it really hard this year. And during COVID, we sold out of the Manuka honey like all the time. Yeah, they were calling us to
Oh
restock.
wow.
We couldn't keep up, and now we're kind of like trying to figure out how to keep up. And yeah, we're very grateful. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. It's nice to see those businesses kind of flourish, especially, when you gain the exposure of having a show and, being part of like the Netflix family. Like it's a great opportunity to take advantage of.
Definitely.
So what do you think is next for you and Jessey? So we know there may be another baby. You're happy with 2. There may be a wedding at some point. You may go back to singing, but is there anything else any other new projects on the horizon in the near future that you want to promote?
There is a couple of new projects, but I can't talk about it yet. Maybe we get our season, we can talk about it there. And we're just working really hard on the tequila, Religion Tequila, and Brezatec. And yeah, we're just really busy right now with the babies too. Like they're home all the time because homeschooling and Zoom. So yeah, usually I'm not like glam like this.
Yeah.
I'm a hot mess.
How are you coping with, kind of this quarantine life?
I actually really love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful for it. The fact that in the beginning we were able to just not do anything and be with family and be with the babies all the time, I loved it. Yeah. But now things are picking back up again, and
Yeah.
we're getting to live a little.
We got to
right?
take a year off, and now we slowly get to reacclimate to life outside.
If we retired for a year, you know what I mean? Everyone's retired. Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Cherie. I loved chatting with you, and I can't wait. I am putting it out into the universe right now. There's going to be a season 2. There's going to be a big wedding that we're going to get to see very soon. I think that that's in the cards.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. What are your social media handles so that people can go and give you a follow if they're not doing so already, which I'm pretty sure they are after watching that show?
It's Cherie Official. You can follow me as Cherie Official and on Instagram, and Tequila Religion on Instagram.
I love it. I feel like in quarantine or after 2020, tequila has become my religion. So I'm going to need to stock up on some religion tequila.
Yeah, we'll give you some.
I love
Can't
it.
wait.
All right. Well, thank you again, Cherie. Thank you guys for listening to #NoFilter with Zack Peter. That's me. You can give me a follow at JustPlainZack. You can follow the show at NoFilter with Zack. And please be sure to leave us a good 5-star review because I'm a millennial and I love that validation. So I want more of that validation. So please leave me a very good rating and review. And I'll give you a shout on the show next week. Next week from Bling Empire, we've got Guy Tang on the show. And I have lots of questions about that penis pump for Guy. So get ready. And go give Cherie a follow. Go stock up on that honey, stock up on that tequila, and give her a follow because her life is it's so fun to follow. And I can't wait for another season of Bling Empire. All right, I will talk to you next week. Bye.